Hello and welcome to today's video. Now today we are going to be taking a look at a projector that's been sent to me. This is a 1080p full HD projector, but it will take in 4K, and I've been told they've just updated the version on the website to actually take in 8K, but it outputs 1080p. But we'll have a look at this and see what we think. Let's see what we get in the box. Get a little thank you card, activate your e-warranty, and QR codes if you need help. So when you open the box, that is basically what you're greeted with. It has got this nice foam protection on the top. You've got the unit itself, which we'll just put over there for a minute. And then you've got the box of accessories. And again, a bit of foam in the bottom. Not badly packaged, and the box is reasonably strong. So yeah, the actual box and packaging, can't really complain about. It's more than adequate. You get the remote control. We get HDMI cable. We'll have a look at that in a minute, but it looks like instructions and some... It comes with a cleaning stick, it comes with a power lead obviously, and it comes with instructions. First thing, when I got this out of the box, I was a little bit disappointed with, is the plug connector that goes into the back of the actual projector. Because it's one I've never seen before in the UK. Now it's a UK plug, it's a 3-pin plug, but I've never bought any electrical device with this type of connector. So I don't know how easy it is to get a longer cable, because this cable is not very long. I'd say that's about 1.5 meters. So yeah, it's about 1.5 meters, which is not very long. HDMI cable that come with it doesn't work. It transmits the picture, but the sound, it is like you are underwater, and it cuts in, cuts out. The picture is fine, the sound quality is just awful. And after all, I'll use a cable that I know works, plugged it in, and sound was fine. So actually the cable they sent is faulty, and I've tried that on my computer, and again, you get, with my computer you get no sound at all. So you do get the picture but no sound at all. So there's clearly something not quite right with this HDMI lead. Not a deal breaker, most people have got HDMI leads laying around, and the fact that they've thrown it in, the chances are I've just got a dodgy one. But yeah, it does come with a HDMI lead, but in my case I couldn't use it. So you get 5 cleaning sticks and a little cloth to keep the lens clear. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, haven't you? Let's be honest. It's not to see me, is it? You've come to see this. And that is the projector itself, which, I've got to say, it doesn't look too bad. Actually looks quite nice. Compared to the other one I had anyway. This does look pretty good. So with this one, the other one that I've recently tested, the HY300, it clicks at different locations. So it's like that. Click, click, click. You can't just have it exactly where you want. This one, you can position it exactly where you want, which is good. Pro projector on the side. Now I don't know where the speaker is, or whether it's got 2. There are some holes at the bottom now. There's also holes on the side. It has got a lot of ventilation, because obviously projectors get hot. You get a remote, which is just, pretty much your standard little remote you get with these cheaper projectors, but it does work fine. It works well. So that's the unboxing. Just have a quick look at the ports on the back. So you got the 4-pin power connector that I've not seen in the UK before. Don't know how common that is, but I've never seen it. You've got an infrared receiver, USB-A, your headphone jack, and then you've got HDMI. And then obviously in the far corner here, you've got the power button. So it's pretty simple, not a lot to it. How about we go and have a look at this and see how it works, and also how it compares to the HY300 that I recently had on here. This is considerably more expensive, but it's still under £100. Right, so let's take this upstairs and we will have a look at see how it performs. Right, this is just to quickly show you the size difference. This is the HY300 that I reviewed recently, the £23 projector, and that is, it's currently 5 feet from the wall, and the size of it is, down to there, it is, I can't see, 53 inches. Okay, so that is giving you a picture size of 53 inches from 5 foot away. Now that's not bad, but this projector is a short throw projector. So if I turn this one on, and I can't use the remote because it controls them both, so it turns the other one off. That's the size difference. We'll let it do its thing. It does auto keystone and auto focus. So we'll let it do its thing, and then I'll measure the size difference. And there you go, it's doing its thing. Right, and the size of this one, again, from 5 feet away from the wall is... Oh my god, I'm not even going to be able to reach. Where's the corner? Is there. Right there. It is 78 inches. 78 inches from just 5 feet away. That's pretty good. So anyone interested in how loud the device gets, okay, so this is me talking, and as you can see, it goes up to around about 60-ish. This is how loud the fan is on the actual device. You do notice it. It's not super quiet. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the wall. Now you've seen the size difference between the HY300 and this one. I've already, compared the two, but this time we have just got the HY260 MAX to see what it's like at actual video. Now obviously you've got your App Store, it's got Android built in, it's Android 11, even though they told me that they've upgraded it to Android 14, it seems that they've sent me one of the old ones that is still Android 11 and it won't let you upgrade. And then if we just quickly go through the settings, so obviously network, wireless, hotspot, now I'm hungry, hotspot, Bluetooth, you can connect it up to different devices, Bluetooth speaker, and I would recommend, the speaker in this is okay, but I would still recommend for a better experience to connect it to a speaker. At the moment I have got the blind open, so this is it's reasonably bright in here, but hopefully you can still clearly see the actual image. You've got your language settings, others, what is in others? Okay, so external input or boot, none, button sound, screensaver, scheduled power off, restore factory settings, and account. So you can do screencast. I have tested it with my phone, it does work, works absolutely fine. File manager, that is if you want to stick in a USB stick. Let's have a look at that one. Switching wallpaper. So you can switch wallpapers, I didn't even know that. And then obviously Bluetooth, if it's connected, turn it on and off. Yes, I'll just put the mic by the actual device and I'll show you what I mean about the sound with the HDMI cable that came with it. They have I sound like a Disney character. Change the cable to a HDMI lead that I know works, but there's good reasons for that. So yeah, this weighs just over 1 kilo, so it's not heavy, but it's more noticeable. As you can see, with a cable that works, the speaker is fine. Right, let me just shut the blind now, and then you'll get a better idea of what it's like in a darker room. Okay, so now it is pretty dark. The colours are not bad. The writing is close enough. I'll just show you one other thing. The keystone correction. So if I was to change the angle now, just move it up a little bit, it will then do keystone correction and autofocus, which is pretty good. It seems to work quite well. I mean, that's pretty clear. It's not bad actually. It's not super sharp because this is a 1080p output, but this is a big image. It's certainly bright enough. Oh, advert. How about now? So just to give you an idea of how big this image is. Hello, this is me. Literally, arm's length, I'm just over both sides. And I'm now blind. But yeah, I mean, it is a big image. That's my arm. It goes about halfway. Now there is a zoom function. I can't see. All I can see is fucking dots. Right, let's have a look. Settings, projection, digital zoom. So that is the biggest it can go, but you can reduce it down. That's the maximum you can reduce it down, which will obviously, it does improve the sharpness. So let's go back to the video now. And that is now the size, as you can see, a lot smaller. My arm now covers about 3/4 of the size of the screen. This is all very scientific, isn't it, eh? So yeah, I mean, I am actually reasonably impressed with this. I'll tell you, there is another thing that I haven't shown you yet. You can, why do I keep doing that? You can go into settings, go into projection, display settings, picture mode. It's currently on vivid. You've got custom. You can change the actual settings how you want. Brightness, contrast, hue, saturation, sharpness. But it does come standard, cinema, which is a little bit darker, and then vivid. I actually find it better on vivid. It just makes the colours pop a little bit more. Right, and let's just turn, I will turn the sound all the way up. That actually done all the way up full speed. So yeah, as I say, 200 watt peak, but not stable. So it may work, it may have a few issues. Up to 100 watts should be stable. Gas, I guess to about 80 decibels. Gas. which is not overly loud, but it will get you by in a pinch. But I would recommend connecting it up to a Bluetooth speaker or soundbar of some kind. It does take a while to turn it down and turn it up. But there is a mute button, I think. Let's have a look. 2 seconds. Right, there is a mute button. So let's just see what it's like with the light on. It is a lot more washed out, obviously. Projectors are not really designed to be used in a bright room, but it's still watchable. I can still see what's going on the screen. Well, on the wall. But yeah, in a darker room, it is a lot better. Yeah, I've got to admit, I mean, I'm kind of, compared to the other one, the HY300, this is considerably better. The picture quality is considerably better over that. I will say that the other one is brighter though, maybe because it's a much smaller picture, so the light is it's more condensed. It's not being spread. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. Oh, okay. So yeah, the light is more condensed on this one. This one obviously is spreading the image out a lot bigger. I don't know about you guys, but I actually don't think that's that bad. Okay, so what are my final thoughts on this Salange HY260 MAX projector? Well, it's a bit of a mixed bag. The picture quality is kind of impressive for the size. It's decent. It's not ultra sharp, but for the size of it, it's sharp enough. The problem with any picture, the bigger you get without increasing the pixels, it's going to lose its sharpness and its definition. This gets big. Now it says on the website from 5 feet you should have about a 100-inch image on the wall. I had about a 77, 78-inch image from 5 feet. Or just under 5 feet. So, you know, yeah, you move it back a little bit. So that, but still, 77 inches. That's a big picture for 1080p. So yeah, it's not going to look super sharp. It just isn't. But it looks sharp enough. It looks good enough. It's watchable. It's bright enough in a dim room. With the light on, yeah, it gets washed out. But then any projector at this price point is going to get washed out. The built-in speaker is okay. It will get you by in a pinch, you know, if you're watching YouTube or something. But if you're watching an action film, kids are watching cartoons or whatever, they're probably going to want it a bit louder and a bit better sounding. So just connect it up to a soundbar, Bluetooth speaker, headphones, anything. It's going to give you, you know, better quality sound. But the speaker is usable. It just isn't the best. The build quality of this device has also impressed me. It feels pretty good. Couple of things I don't like about it so much. This kind of 4-pin power. I've had a look on Amazon. I can't find any plugs with that connector. You figure of 8. You got your 3-pin, like kettle leads and things like that. But that is a 4-pin. And when you put in 4-pin power cables on Amazon, it brings up PC 4-pin power cables. I could not find that. The only place I found it is on AliExpress, where it says it's designed for this particular projector. If my daughter wants it, it's going up high. Now, for her one, I just ordered, hers is a 2-prong figure of 8 power connector. And for her one, I just ordered a much longer cable from Amazon, a 5-meter cable, and then it plugged in. This one is clearly going to have to plug into an extension lead, and it's going to be halfway up the wall because the power lead that comes with it is so short. That's disappointing. That is, you know, at the end of the day, these projectors, and it has got a ceiling mode, so clearly it's designed with that in mind. Yes, it can go on a table, but for us, it's going to go high up. It's going to go near the ceiling. If you're going to do that, at least include a longer power cable. If I do use this in my daughter's room, I've got to try and hide the plug halfway up the wall. It's impossible. So it's going to look a bit messy. The other thing that's a little bit negative of this projector, not just this one, I find them in a lot of the cheaper projectors, is the fan noise is quite loud. You know, with my sound meter, it was getting above 60 decibels, which is noticeable. You're going to notice it, especially with a built-in speaker. The built-in speaker doesn't get that loud to drown it out, but with a soundbar or headphones or Bluetooth, any Bluetooth speaker really, it will help to cover that up. And after a while, you do get used to it. My daughter, at first, she hated the fan noise in her projector, but after a while, she kind of got used to it. You just kind of block it out. You forget it's there. But when you first use it, you're going to notice it. But it's important to obviously have it. But that is something to think about. For late night, you know, if you're watching it late at night with the volume down a bit lower, the fan may just get a little bit annoying. But it may not. That's my perspective on it. For me, I don't know. I don't know yet whether I would find it annoying long term. But it is there. Okay, so I've got to mention it. I found it. It's there. So yeah, this is a good little projector. It's small footprint. It's light. It's portable. It does what it says it does. The picture is big. It's reasonably bright. It's reasonably clear for a 1080p projector. The sound quality of the speaker is usable but not amazing, but it's there. It will get you by in a pinch. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. So, you know, thank you to Salange for sending it to me. Minus the couple of issues that I had. Obviously, the HDMI cable that probably, as I say, it's not their fault. Maybe use a slightly better quality cable or chuck a better quality cable in the box. But yeah, I mean, most people have got HDMI cable laying around. I've got so many spare ones. So yeah, I just grabbed one that I knew worked and it works fine. But the cable that came with it did not work properly. All the functions seem to work as they should. No issues connecting it up. This is alright. It's not too bad at all, actually. Is it going to compete with a £1,000 projector? No, it's not. It's not. But you can get 10 of these. Well, more than 10 of these for one £1,000 projector. So if you've not got a budget for a £1,000 projector, but you want a big image, this one will do you all right. But yeah, I'm now going to get out of here. So if you found this video informative, as always, please give it a like. If you've got any questions, drop a comment. If you've got any suggestions, drop a comment. And if you know what that power connector is called in the UK, please drop a comment, because it's really frustrating me that I can't find it. It must be on other things, surely. They wouldn't just have made a unique power connector for this device, would they? Would they? I don't know. Let me know. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, but you want to see more content like this in the future, I do review things that I've bought. I review things that are sent to me, but I always review them honestly. I will not... If I find something that doesn't work, like the HDMI lead, I will point it out. That's just... You know, that is something that I agree with these companies in up front. I do not send out my work to be edited or anything. My reviews are mine and mine only. I will mention features that they want me to mention if I find that they work. But yeah, I won't allow any companies to send me a script or to tell me what I can and can't say. The review remains my own. So if I recommend something, I genuinely recommend it. And if I say, no, that's not great, then again, like the other projector, I didn't really, the speaker was awful, the picture wasn't great, but this one, it does a lot of things decently. So I've got to recommend it. It's a decent little projector for less than well under £100. So yeah, that does it for this video. I hope you've liked it. I hope you found it informative and enjoyable. You get to see me. I mean, come on, what's there not to enjoy? Don't put that in the comments. Please don't put all the reasons why it's not enjoyable down in. Please don't. Please. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope to see you all again very soon. But for now, bye-bye.